Hello, guys, and welcome to Odds on League and Matchday 16. We have Alain Valnegri with us, of course, to analyze this new Matchday with a new Olympique Marseille. Alain, Gattuso is turning the situation over, and Olympique Marseille, what has changed in the last few weeks with Gattuso?
The physical condition, the mentality, the team has the mentality of Gattuso, and the key players start to play better. And I think Gattuso give an identity to the team, and the situation is very good. It's the first moment of the season we start to see something positive in Marseille.
Indeed, we have Marseille Clermont, but the best game is Lille PSG, or the first one, Monaco Lyon. So, guys, remember, of course, to press the like, subscribe, and now let's go on with the show. And as always, Alain, remember that we have a special offer with 1xBet. So if you are looking for a bookmaker, take a look at the promo code that we have for you, exclusive welcome bonus of 130%. Is not bad at all. Perhaps you want to use it in the first game, Monaco Lyon, very good one for the names of the clubs, but we have Lyon still bottom of the table with 10 points. At least they could breathe after the victory against Toulouse. Now without Grosso as well, there are rumors about the next manager. I heard about 𝐬𝐭𝐴 going back to Lyon. You will tell me later. Alain, how do you see this game? Because Monaco is in Champions League spots, third in the table, got a great victory against Rennes, and they've won the last 4 home games.
Yes, if you watch the table, Monaco will be win, and the odds doesn't reflect the difference between both teams. Now, Lyon have another potential respect to the position in the table. Monaco is one of the best team in this first part in the Ligue. They have one of the biggest offensive powder, 31 goals in the second attack in the league, and Lyon is one of the worst defense. But Lyon is able to score against every team. We saw that from the beginning of the season. For this game, I choose both teams to score. I think Lyon are able to score in Monaco. Monaco at home. Rarely there doesn't score. Both teams to score, odds 1.53.
All right, Monaco to win is 1.65 in case someone wants to bet on Monaco to win. Next game, Le Havre Nice, mid-table for Le Havre, 4 winless games, but we know that they are a newly promoted team and they are doing great things, but the good news is for Nice. Alain is still chasing PSG. They beat Reims in the last game, but away from home, they couldn't beat Nantes and Montpellier. So this is a test for them.
Yes, is the question for me. How Nice will be played in Le Havre. Le Havre at home have a problem, because the last 4 games at home, there doesn't score any goals. 4 games, only 2 draw against Monaco and against Lens, and they lose against PSG and Lille. What means that? They played against the biggest team in Ligue 1. Now Nice is one of the biggest teams. It's the second team in the table. Away, Nice have a lot of problem. Nice is always difficult to play in Le Havre. Since the 90s, there doesn't win in Le Havre. Le Havre this season show us there can be play against every team. Every team suffer against Le Havre. We saw that with Paris Saint-Germain, with Tenas, with 7 big save in this game. But Le Havre has the problem with the goal. Now Nice is the best defense in Ligue 1. Only 6 goals received in 16 games, but in my opinion, and is one of the surprise I choose this week, Le Havre doesn't will be lose against Nice. I choose 1x odds 1.92.
Alain Valnegri likes the surprises, and this season is very good for surprises in Ligue 1. We just have to take a look at the standings, and we've been seeing a lot of surprises. For instance, the bad numbers for Lens this season, 7th in the standings. They drew against Montpellier. Still, they've been improving in the last weeks because the start of the season was very bad. Even in Europe, at least they got the Europa League spot, which is very positive for the club in the north of France, and now they are playing Reims, a team that lost to Nice, and there are rumors about the manager still leaving to Sunderland, actually, and I'm not sure if this could affect the team. 3 defeats in the last 4 games for Reims.
Well, respect to the voice is normal. The Premier, the Championship are interested still. The potential of the manager, we doesn't discover that today, and it is normal. When we are good, English football, watch us, analyze you, and sing you. If you are really good, and it's difficult to doesn't accept that type of offer. In the last games, we see Reims with problem, especially away in Rennes against a team in crisis. In Nice, we doesn't see the best version of Reims. Against Paris Saint-Germain, that doesn't play really well. Now they play against another team, European team, Lens, is in a very good streak. Lens in Ligue 1, that doesn't lose a game since 16 September. It's true, in Montpellier, Nantes was shy. I think they had the head in the Champions League game against Sevilla, and right now the goal is soon point to stay in the European spot. With Marseille, I think both teams have had a good reaction in the last journey, and they must to still with that. I think Lens can be a little tired again after the Champions League. Reims is able to score in Lens, and I choose the both team to score odds 1.77.
All right, we saw, for instance, in the Champions League game against Sevilla, they both teams to score in Lens game. Next game is already on Sunday, Nantes Brest. Brest is still doing a great season, back in the good spots in the standings. 10 points in the last 4 games. It's an amazing season so far, very close to the Champions League spots, whereas for Nantes, Alain, they really put a fight against PSG in the Parc des Princes, and they beat Nice 1-0, so they are kind of in a good moment. They could be very competitive.
Yes, Nantes is competitive. Nantes is competitive. They changed the manager. Gourvenec entered really well. They deserve something more against PSG, and right now, when they play at home, we saw that against Nice, the team is strong. Is strong. Brest is a team offer a really direct football. Now with Gourvenec, the model of play changed a little. They start with a really offensive football. Gourvenec search the balance, and Gourvenec known against Brest, you can offer a really offensive football, because Brest live with the space, live with the transition, and not doesn't will be offer that to Brest. Is a team, is a game when do you need be patient and not known to be patient. We saw that against Nice, and I choose a surprise for this game too. Not Brest not winning. Odds 2.65.
All right, indeed, it's a surprise. Only one victory in the last 6 games for Nantes, the one I previously mentioned against Nice, but they've been very competitive. Next game is Lorient, Strasbourg, with Lorient third from bottom, so in the play-out spots, only 2 points in the last 6 games, but when they get points is when they play at home, surprisingly. Alain, they are favorites to play against Strasbourg. I was reading some criticism around Patrick Vieira with Strasbourg and whether he was doing a good job or not at Strasbourg. I read that he was not doing a good job. What is your opinion?
My opinion is Strasbourg is a really young team. In my opinion, is doing a good job because the team are really young and improve respect to the last season, and have 5 points to the relegation spot, and that one is very good because when do you work in a city like Strasbourg, you have a lot of pressure, and Vieira managed really well that. The team, in my opinion, in the content, deserve more points than they have in the table. Lorient is the worst defense of the Ligue 1. We see a team suffer a lot. I don't know how many journey Lebris can be stay in the bench in Lorient, in spite of he's a guy former in the club, and the results normally said us is good or is not good, and this season Lebris is not the best. The board sold the best player in the squad, and that one for a team like Lorient, you pay that, and I see Strasbourg with more talent, with a best form, and with more skills to win in Lorient. I choose Strasbourg winning 𝐿𝐴 odds 2.18.
All right. Surprisingly, Lorient, they are favorite again for this game. So the value is on Strasbourg. Next game is Metz, Montpellier. And here we have, I would say, even surprisingly as well, Metz as the underdog here. It pays 3.3 for them to win. They are 4 points away from Lorient, lost to Brest and Lille in the last 2 games. And after this game, they visit the Parc des Princes. So it's going to be their only option, I guess, until the end of the year to grab some points. But Alain, Montpellier is not also in a good position, only 2 points away from Lorient, no victories in the last 6.
Yes, Montpellier start well, score a lot of goals. The game was really funny. The last journey, maybe Montpellier is a little sad. We see a team lose that happiness in the field. In the last 5 games, Montpellier scored only two goals, and that one is the symptom of the problem of Montpellier. Because at the beginning of the season, remember, Edu, Montpellier, every journey we said that one is a both team to score, because Montpellier is not the best defense, but they have powder in attack. They lose the powder in attack. They try to conserve something in defensive phase, but I think 6 goals in the last 5 games is enough, especially when you score only 2. Metz is a direct play team. That one can create a lot of problem to Montpellier, because Montpellier suffer the team with that model of play. I choose the double opportunity, Metz 1x odds 1.68.
All right. Interesting game. The next one, Toulouse, Rennes. Both teams involved in European competitions, but they are finding the happiness there in Europe, because in the league they are quite bad. Toulouse only 1 point away from relegation, losing to Lyon, for instance, in the last game, and Rennes again, Alain, not even with Clermont, they are getting the results in the Ligue 1, lost to Monaco, lost to Marseille, 4 defeats in the last 5 games. They are both in a bad moment in Ligue 1.
A really bad moment, and they start to be worried. The good news is this week European game are finished, and during 2 months there will be working and play only 1 time per week. Now Martinez, the manager, I think is a not comfortable position. We know Toulouse work with the big data, work a lot with statistic, and the statistic right now are really bad because the team are not at the level the board are waiting. Yes, they won against Liverpool, but the goal is save the category in Ligue 1. And right now, only 1 point up to the play out, and the play out is not a good memory for the history of Toulouse. There must have a reaction. The chance is there will be meet Stade de Rennes. Still have a lot of problem. Is the worst team with Lorient away, only 3 points in 6 game play. That's outside of Bretagne. It's difficult to predict that because when 2 teams in crisis meet each other, but I see goals. I choose over 2.25. In the case of the game finish with 2 goals, we have the money back. Over 2.25 goals, odds 1.63.
Well, probably they will continue in Europe, both teams, so they have to get a lot of points during the months of January and February until the European competitions are back. Also in Europe, we have Olympique Marseille already qualified actually for the next round, as well as Rennes. Marseille Clermont is the next game. I told you about the things that have clicked for Marseille under Gattuso to have these good numbers right now. They are in the 6th spot in Ligue 1, 4 consecutive victories in all competition, and also good news for 𝐜𝐴UBAMEYANG, finally also scoring in Ligue 1. We saw him scoring plenty of goals in Europa League, but not in the national competition.
Yes, but Gattuso found the system, found his players. Harit is playing at really, really high level. Unai is start to be back the player we have admiration in the last World Cup. Vitinha unlock himself. 𝐜𝐴UBAMEYANG quit pressure to Vitinha, and 𝐜𝐴UBAMEYANG in the last journey he start to score. He start to score because when do you score 7 goals in 4 games? It means the guy are involved in caution to the team need his goals. I think in Lorient we saw the new Olympique de Marseille, the Marseille with Gattuso identity. Clermont is in a very bad moment. Clermont are able to draw at home against the biggest team. Their draw against Paris Saint-Germain, their draw against Lille in the last journey, but when they play away, they suffer a lot. And I think Gastien, we can ask about the continuation of Gastien in the bench in Clermont. I'm not sure he has the total control of the vestry, and go to Marseille now is the worst moment for a team like Clermont, who is directly involved in the relegation fighting. Is the worst attack in the Ligue 1, and against one of the best attack in the last 4 games. I think Marseille first will be win and Marseille will be scored over 2.25, odds 1.55.
And the last game is Lille PSG, really good game. Lille fourth in the standings. We know how strong they are in the Decathlon Arena. Only one defeat this season was against Reims. And PSG is going to be a good test because they suffer against Nantes and they are playing for their life in Dortmund in the Champions League. We are doing this video before that game, but in France, 8 consecutive wins. I'm sure their eyes are going to be in Dortmund and not in this game. We have another match day in the midweek, in the following week, Alain. So this is kind of a sandwich and it could be an option for Lille to grab points against PSG.
In my opinion, is the test of Lille. Who is Lille? The team improved respect to the last season, especially when they played away. They conserve that average of points when they played at home. They have a revenge respect to last season when they lose 7-1 at home against Paris Saint-Germain. I am curious to see this game. Curious to see Paris Saint-Germain in Lille against a team with that sense of position. Lille is a team with a manager with a lot of talent, with the skills to play chess like Fonseca, really tactical manager. And I am curious to see how he will to prepare this game. What will be the match plan against Paris Saint-Germain? In spite of that, I think is a game with goal because both teams will be attack. Both teams need the point, and I choose over 2.25 to odds 1.49.
Let's see if Mbappe shows up. It's been a while actually without seeing him, and also he has to stand out in the game in the Champions League. Alain Valnegri, this is it for us. We still have one much more match day in Ligue 1 the following week on Wednesday. So tell me before we say goodbye, your safe bet.
My safe bet is Clermont over 1.5 goals, odds 1.25.
And your ACCA?
Not 1x winning, Metz over 1.75 goals, Lille over 2.25 goals for a total 4.57.
All right. I guess over goals in the game, no? Metz Montpellier, Lille PSG in the game.
Yeah.
Total. Well, Alain Valnegri, thank you. Merci beaucoup. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.